In a village, where mango trees lined the dusty roads, and children played barefoot under the sun, lived a girl named Nola. She was bright, full of life, and loved to dance under the rain. But beneath her laughter, lay a secret too heavy for an 8-year-old to carry. Nola's father died when she was 6 years old. Her mother was left with 3 children to cater for. Things were difficult for the family. Eventually they all dropped out of school to help their mother hog planting to feed the family. Nola was the only girl. Her mother met a man, who promised to take care of her and her children. They soon got married, and Nola and her brothers soon moved in with their mother to start a new life with their stepfather. Her stepfather was a respected man in the village. At first, their stepfather was caring and nice to them. Soon later, he became Nola's worst nightmare. Even her mother could not help her when she told her what her stepfather did to her. He threatened to harm them if they say anything to anyone. Her mother was scared of going back to the difficult times in their lives. She felt she needed the man's support, so she kept quiet and pretended not to hear her daughter's screams. In the darkness of their small hut, he stole her innocence, whispering threats that froze her in silence. "If you tell anyone, no one will believe you, and I will send you to the afterlife to meet your dead father," he said. And she believed him. As Nola grew, her pain only deepened. At school, she found no refuge. Her teacher, a man supposed to shape her future, saw the quiet girl in the back and took advantage of her silence. She didn't understand why this kept happening. Was she cursed? Was it her fault? At 14, her stepfather's abuse left her with a pregnancy she never asked for. Terrified and ashamed, he forced her to drink a bitter concoction, a secret remedy whispered among wicked men. The pain was unbearable. Blood pooled beneath her as she collapsed. Her stepfather refused her being taken to the hospital, but when her mother saw her daughter at the point of death, she had to gather her courage and rush her to the hospital. Her stepfather, fearing the secret would soon be brought to the open, fled the house. At the village hospital, Nola was in a terrible condition that they needed to operate on her immediately. The effect of the concoction was so severe that her womb and intestine were affected. Thank God the doctors were able to save her life, but could not save her womb. Due to how severe the damage was, she had to spend 6 months in the hospital to heal. Doctors murmured about how young girls these days are careless, never once asking what had happened to her. They told her she had lost her womb forever. The ability to bear children was ripped from her, just like her childhood. But even in her weaker state, the abuse continued. The hospital corridors, which should have been a place of healing, became another hunting ground. A doctor who was supposed to treat her saw an opportunity. She was used to it and didn't know how to refuse such advances, so she gave in and she stayed silent. By the time she turned 16, Nola no longer knew how to say no. Years of being violated had conditioned her to believe that her body was not hers to protect. One day, while sitting under the old baobab tree outside the hospital, she met Abeni, a woman with kind eyes and a voice full of strength. Abeni worked for Daughters of the Sun, an organization that helped young girls who had been abused. She saw Nola's pain before the girl even spoke. "You don't have to tell me," Abeni said gently. "But if you ever want to, I will listen." For the first time, someone was offering her more than pity, they were offering her a way out. Nola hesitated. Could she trust this woman? Could she break the cycle? With Abeni's help, Nola found her voice. She learned that what had happened to her was not her fault. She met other girls, survivors like her, who carried the same invisible scars. And then, she did something no one expected. she spoke out. She told her story. Her stepfather was arrested. The schoolteacher lost his job and faced the law. Even the hospital, once a place of silent horrors, was investigated. The road to healing wasn't easy. There were nights filled with nightmares, days when she felt dirty and unworthy. But she kept moving forward. A new beginning. At 18, Nola stood before a group of young girls in Daughters of the Sun, sharing her story. For years, I thought my body did not belong to me, she said. But I know now that it does. And I will never let anyone take that from me again. The room was silent, but she could see it, the fire of hope flickering in their eyes. She was no longer just a survivor. She was a warrior. A voice for those still trapped in the silence. And in that moment, under the same sky where she once danced in the rain as a child, Nola felt free. Thanks for watching this channel. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new stories.